How you start your day will determine how the rest of your day will go, or at least that's what I think. Here are some tips to help you along with that process. When you're walking with Jesus, when you make that decision, I'm going to live my life for God. Not everything needs to change all at once. The number one thing that should change is the amount of time you spend with him. And like it says in 1 Thessalonians 5:17, pray without ceasing. Prayer, all it is, communication with God. Now, when you're starting off, you're not going to have the thing in mind, oh, I need to pray all the time. Start small. Just like I went through the first video. Start small, stay consistent. The most important thing, just start. Just do it. You know, God understands where you're at. And the most amazing thing about him is that he will give you the desires of your heart, right? When you seek first the kingdom of God. When you put your foot down to be more consistent in your prayer life, which is just talking with him, amazing things will happen. All right. So start in the morning. Just pray. Thank God for what he's done. If all you can do is do the Lord's Prayer, memorize that, you'll be off to a good start. We all have cell phones, right? If you're trying to wean off of cell phones, write it down on a little notebook or something and put it somewhere where you're not going to forget. There you have it. Your little reminder. Pray. And honestly, it's going to feel weird. You're going to feel like you're just talking out in thin air. And that's okay. Your body is going to feel that way. The devil's trying to make you feel that way. But one thing that the Bible tells us is that he's always there. He'll never leave us or forsake us. So that's one point where you can begin to trust in God. And trust is just a step-by-step thing. You know, for me, after I've had seasons of stagnation or just being lukewarm or completely turned the other way, going back to God always felt like a struggle for me. It was like, dude, do you even want to hear me? The truth of the matter is, he does. And he doesn't just want to hear your thoughts, he wants to hear your voice. Praying out loud is a very powerful thing to do. Start your days, end your days, prayer, talking to God. Don't worry about how it feels, you know, move past that. You know, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is, you begin to test your faith in God. This is where you begin to renew your mind in him. Romans 12:1. Look that one up. That one's going to help. So for me, I like to start my days just with prayer. I'll read maybe like the verse of the day, and then I'll start getting ready for work. And on my commute to work, I'll listen to the Bible app or listen to a Christian podcast. The main thing for me, I have to fill myself up with the things of God, because if there's anything else, I'll start feeling myself drift away. And I have to make sure that I keep my flesh on a tight leash. I cannot allow myself to waver and stumble, by the wayside just because, I always like them, or, this music sounds great or whatever. Like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that my relationship with God is priority. And what I hear and what I watch and what we watch can be a big thing for us, some of us guys. And, for some ladies too. We all know the P word, and that was a huge thing for me growing up. I struggled with that for years, but it didn't hit me until I started getting close to my 30s, where I need to let this thing go. And really, what it came down to was my love and fear for the Lord. I didn't just want to love God, right, for what he did for me. I wanted to have such a reverential fear that I didn't want to be separated from him for all eternity. I wanted to make sure that there would be nothing in the way of me and him, because that's what sin is. It's separation between us and God. And when you taste and see how good God is, you want to do everything you can to keep that flesh submitted, right? So another way we can submit our flesh, right, is working out. Now, everybody has a different schedule. Some people can get a good workout before work. Me, I'll try and do it before work. If I don't get to it before work, I'll do it after work. But the thing is, I need that workout to crucify my flesh. I need that workout so that I'm the one that's in control of what my flesh is doing. And believe me, after a solid, 45-minute workout, you're pushing till you can't move anymore. Trust me, your flesh ain't gonna want to be doing much after that. That's one way that we can crucify the flesh. Another way we can crucify the flesh is by fasting, but we can get into that in another video. So after my workout, or depending on if I do it before or after work, if I do it before work, obviously gotta start my shift. Throughout my shift, I'll read the Bible, I'll pray, and do what I gotta do, right? After work, same thing. Listen to a Christian podcast, music, pray, listening to the word, really just filling myself up with the things of God. Then as I get home, I'll just go straight to bed, or do whatever needs to get done around the house and go to sleep and get ready for the next day. It's not complicated. It's not doesn't have to be rocket science. So whatever you do, just make sure that everything you do for the Lord. So if you like this video and you want some more tips and tricks on your walk with God, go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and until next time, be blessed.